Hey guys, so we hit profit with our latest long position on Cardano after seeing a 26.3% surge to the upside. This spans from Sunday the 9th through to Tuesday the 11th, as you can kind of see here. Obviously, we did see a bit of a reversal, a breakthrough for starters of the 200 hourly exponential moving average. If you're in the Discord server over the weekend, you know how I was expecting this initial surge to the upside here. A good clean breakthrough on a little bit of FOMO towards kind of the ETF applications, that kind of stuff. Obviously topping out on the previous resistance, which was the expectation here for the long position that we've been talking about. We have moved back down, retesting the support of the 200 exponential moving average, and it will be interesting to see what happens here. Now, as I was saying yesterday in the Discord server, my expectation is that we will lose this 200 exponential moving average as support, but not right away. I actually see us with a higher high before we actually move back down here, simply because of the way that the markets like to extract liquidity. So let's jump into that. Let's go ahead and remove our long position. We don't need that on the chart anymore. We'll go ahead and just tidy out some of these ranges right now. This one's an interesting one because this is also previous resistance that is also now coinciding with our 200 exponential moving average, 50 exponential moving average, and 50 simple moving averages here on the 1 hour time frame. Previous resistance turning to support. This is where we are likely to find, in my opinion, the next long position, but I don't think it's going to be anything major. So if we were to do anything here, we probably look to go long, stop loss lower than 50 SMA, and target out 1.5 on the risk reward ratio. But like I say, there's that possibility of a higher high. And so let's get into what that looks like first, and then we can kind of risk manage from there. So the first thing we need to do is acknowledge what's going on in here. I'm going to go and roll this down to a 5-minute time frame because what I'm really interested in is this kind of markup to how we kind of got up into these higher areas. So this particular move here is of interest to me with the collapse and then this next kind of surge. And yeah, there's a lot of really interesting kind of candlesticks going on there. Take it to a 15-minute just so that we can see this a little bit more interestingly. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 here. So we'll talk that about an overextension. 2, and then here we have again a good way 3, 4, and 5 before moving down. This move to the downside is corrective, looking likely to be a double zigzag pattern, so WX and Y, moving up into a strong move, and yeah, we'll look for the next run there. So that looks pretty good to me. Let's bring this back to an hourly then, so we're not too concerned. What I'm looking for is a fifth wave movement then. I'm looking for, and I'm sorry if I go too bit fast on this one, guys, but it's basic stuff when it comes to Elliott wave at this point. So you can check out the course over at 𝗕𝗘𝗪𝗓𝗪.com if you want to catch up on all that kind of stuff. If you do join the free Discord server, you can grab yourself a 50% off coupon code as well. So go ahead and check it out. It's all linked in the description. So here we can see our next move really is going to be 83.87 to 86.78 in that kind of fifth wave movement. What am I looking for? If my computer will catch up with me. Here we have the beginning movement with a wave 2 retracement. 83.07 is probably going to be your wave 3 of that. So from a kind of short-term trading perspective, we could be looking for something to this effect. Maybe we'll give ourselves a little bit of breathing room here on that. So give a 1.9 risk reward ratio, maybe even a 1.7 would be good. So with the risk management in place, I would be looking at something like this. And of course, I will document this down in the profit pit in the Discord server for the actual moves that I'm doing. But at the moment, I would say entry at market value at the moment, stop loss at 72.85 and take profit at 83.1. With the potential to ride this a little bit higher towards 83.87 to 86.78. The reason that we stop here a little bit short is that the expectation will be a retracement. So you go 1, 2, up here for 3, you retrace, we enter another long, and then we go up there later. Okay, but we don't have to do that. It all depends on your risk tolerances, how you approach the markets. You could, of course, just target somewhere up here and kind of deal with a little bit of volatility if you need to. But for the most part, we can trade each of these ways if we need to. So this will be the approach that I have. I do think that this is the most probable. Risk reward ratio about 1.7. I will obviously document down in the profit pit my actual moves of what I am actually doing. I am still long daily time frame on ADA, and anyone in the profit pit will know exactly what I've done there as well in terms of liquidity and all that. But this one here is where we're looking. Now, in order to get access to the profit pit, all you have to do is join the free Discord. That's linked in the description, and basically use one of the exchanges that we promote on the channel using one of the affiliate links in the description. So whether that's BitGet, Blowfin, 𝗕𝗘𝗪𝗔𝗥𝗘, whatever it might be, all linked in the description down below and in the Discord server. If you're using one of our affiliate links to sign up to one of those exchanges and you're actively trading on one of those exchanges, then you can gain access to the profit pit, which basically is an area where Chris, myself, and JB, we all document our trades, right, of what we're actually doing. This is above and beyond what we do in the Discord server anyway for our paying members. So we have live trading sessions that generates trading ideas as well, Monday through Friday, and basically, though, what we do in the profit pit is in addition to that, right? Because we have different opportunities that we're kind of scoping out during the course of the day that might be outside of the scope of what we're doing in those trading sessions, because those trading sessions are literally, you tell us what we want to look at and we'll look at it, whereas there's other things that we look at personally as well. So basically, you get in the membership, you get all access to all of the kind of live trading stuff and the trading ideas that are generated there, and then in the profit pit, using the affiliate links of those exchanges linked in the description down below, you gain access to what Chris, myself, and JB are actively doing ourselves with our real-time entries and exits on the market. So we've taken some profit most recently on Cardano. I'm still in another long position on Cardano as well, and this is one that I think has some promise to it. So let's go ahead and take a look at the momentum then. Okay, so here we can see that we were looking for an increase of a breakout. So in the, let me just bring this into view here. What we were looking for was a breakout situation to occur, okay, after kind of consolidating down both on the selling side and on the buying side like this. And then we finally saw this pivotal breakout situation coming up here. Okay, so we saw that from the MACD histogram, and we can see right now that this is actually an interesting place where there is potential for some bearish divergences. So I knew I was talking about in the Discord server, if anyone is aware, I am looking for us to lose the 200 EMA. I mentioned it earlier in the video. We're looking to lose this on the hourly chart, just not right away. And the reasons are that we are going to be inside a structure where we are likely to see a retracement, and we can see the bearish divergences starting to build. So not right away, but I suspect that we are likely to see that. Okay, so we can't rule out that idea. It's not all up, 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 and up. We are going to see price go down, right? The stochastic RSI on the 1 hour time frame is looking for upward momentum. On the 4 hour, though, it is downward momentum. Okay, so we're talking about short-term volatility for some quick moves on the 1 hour time frame, but ultimately the 4 hour time frame is likely to see a reset. It's no coincidence that our 1 hour time frame is targeting out that 200 EMA exponential moving average on the 4 hour time frame. Okay, and that is where we're likely to see rejection. So come back up, pull back down on the stochastic. That is a likely situation in my opinion. We can also see the 8 hour is likely to see a correction as well, and this is going to fall in line with rejection from that 50 simple moving average. So you can see how these different time frames are going to be gearing up together, looking for these moves to kind of complete out, and then we see bigger turns in the market to the downside once again. And I think this is going to be the story of ADA now going forward, to be honest with you. Relative strength index on the 1 hour time frame has seen some bullish divergences. We saw that on the support of the 200 exponential moving average, finding 50 level at the moment. Okay, the 4 hour time frame of this is still in bullish territory, same is the 8 hour, so we're not too concerned about the RSI in these scenarios either. Okay, so that's going to wrap up the smaller time frames. Basically, we look for some short-term move to the upside, nothing major. We're not likely to break the $1 level, in my opinion, until we have a further correction. So let's go ahead and bring this up into a daily time frame then. So on the daily time frame, you can see that we're back above the 200 exponential moving average. This is a good sign. Let me remove that off the chart there. Okay, we can also note that the 50 exponential moving average, the blue line coming through the chart here, is anchored in at 87.9, with the simple moving average, the yellow line, the 50 SMA, coming in at 92.05. Here, this is likely to be resistance. So although we might push up a little bit in line with our kind of expectations on the 1 hour and 4 hour timeframes, rejection is likely to come back in, bringing us back down towards the 200 exponential moving average, currently sat at 72.36. Now, this will be basically a breakout retest situation, okay, because I do still target us out, moving out more aggressively towards some of these additional areas. At the moment, we are scoping out the initial range of $1.08 to $1.18 on the daily time frame. This is going to take weeks to play out though. Okay, so what we're looking at here is worst case scenario, we have some kind of 3-wave correction like this, and what's going to happen here is that we have or looking to complete out the wave 1, we'll have a retest of the 200 EMA for the wave 2, big explosive wave 3, correction for 4, up into 5, and this is going to be the precursor to building us out into these bigger moves later. Okay, so for us on Cardano, it's looking good. I'm not too concerned. Obviously, the main issue that we had most recently was the A, B, and C structure, not really hitting the kind of areas that we wanted, which were to be around the $2.26. Now we are looking more impulsively for an ending diagonal based pattern to finish off somewhere in around 9.25 on Cardano. So for the most part, it's looking good. We came down to the typical retracements already, and we could now potentially be looking at this retest in area for a bigger 5-wave movement. So if we are to complete out a 5-wave movement coming up here, then it's going to be a precursor to all of that. So we have our wave 1, our wave 2, our wave 3, our wave 4, and our wave 5, for example, only to then have a 3-wave correction in line with our expectations, and then have an additional 5-wave move back to the upside to hitting to this 1.618 area. This is not the ideal situation by any stretch of the imagination, but it's a way that we can see some decent progression to the upside for Cardano in line with a multi-year view. We're talking about something that's been spanning for over 5 years, okay? And we're talking about what happened back in 2020 as being kind of the leading catalyst for this move now in 2025. Okay, so what we have here is a zigzag pattern, which is a 5-3-5 pattern, and what we are tracking is a 5-wave diagonal based pattern here to finish off the C wave. This in itself is not ideal, but it is what it is, and well, it looks very interesting for Cardano's price action in 2025 in my humble opinion. But of course, that is all this is. So guys, if you have found this video useful and informative, make sure to smash that like button. The more likes that we get on the video, the more that the YouTube algorithm will push the content and spread the word about Cardano. So go ahead and get those likes up for me. Really do appreciate that. If you want to stay up to date with the latest news and technical analysis when it comes to Cardano, make sure to subscribe to the channel. And if you haven't done so already, guys, you're going to want to check out that video right there. It's one you're not going to want to miss.